I think that your mind changes a little bit when you see $1 million in the bank the first time.
Did you feel richer?
No, I think it scared me.
Yeah.
And I think that happens to a lot of people. If you're doing it right, I think it scares you because you realize that $1 million is not really a lot of money. I think more than anything, it kind of pushed me to keep it as a standard.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, keeping $1 million in your bank account is probably not a financially good move.
No, it makes no sense.
So it makes no sense. But what does that force you to do? Start building net worth.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if I'm not going to have $1 million cash, I have to be more sophisticated about this, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just going to sit in the bank and get diluted by inflation.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have to get it in vehicles that'll make me wealthy one day. This is what it's talk about. Like, there's a huge difference between a rich guy and a wealthy guy. A rich guy is making money now. A wealthy guy, his wealth cannot be destructed.
Yeah.
Because he's put it in assets. When they say the rich get richer, that's not the rich guy making a bunch of money getting richer. Because his money is actually worth less because of inflation.
Right.
The rich get richer because of inflation. They own assets that as they inflate, it reduces the amount of cost for their interest, and then the asset itself grows in value with the same basis and the same debt service.
Yeah.
So when they say the rich get richer, what they really mean to say is the people with assets get wealthy.
Yeah.
And there's a huge difference between wealth and being rich.
Oh, huge difference. Well, it's asset allocation, right?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And so I think that moment for me with the $1 million in the bank account was a moment where I was like, okay, this is rich maybe, but I got to do something with it. And I already owned real estate. I knew what I was going to do with the money.
Yeah.
But I think it made me look at it. Do you ever know something, but then you read it for the third, fourth, or fifth time, and all of a sudden it
all the
clicks to you?
time. All the time.
That moment for me, I already knew I already had money in assets. I already been investing in the stock market, and I had properties and all these other things. When that $1 million hit that bank account, it changed what I thought about wealth for some reason. It was like, this can't sit here.
Yeah.
And I think that was a very healthy response for me. That was my response.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those moments where I already knew it, but it really drove it home for me.
Yeah.
Because I knew I needed to move that money.
Yeah. I think for me, I felt more broke.
Yeah, I get that.
I really did.
Because you realize it can't go that far.
What can you do with it? It was like a moment of like, wow, that's really cool. And then it was like, okay, now I'm broke. I'm still broke.